guys, I'm Laura Vitale. On this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I'm going to show you how to make a very classic quiche. This is my version of it. I think it's easy, it's incredibly quick, and really, really delicious. Let me take you over the ingredients so we can get started. You're going to need some eggs, some thick cut bacon, I've cut it into small little pieces, some shredded Gruyere cheese, heavy cream, and you're going to need some pie crust. Now you can make your own pie crust or you can buy some at the supermarket. It doesn't really matter. It's whatever is easier for you. And you want to just press this into a buttered 9-inch tart pan with a removable bottom. That's a tongue twister. So now the first thing you want to do is get your oven preheated to 400, and now we're going to blind bake the pie crust. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a fork and I'm going to just prick it all over the bottom and the sides of my crust. That looks good. So now you're going to take a piece of aluminum foil, shiny side down, just press it into your pie crust here. Now, blind baking is really just giving the crust a chance to bake without coloring, and the beans are used as pie weights. Now, these are dried beans that I use all the time for blind baking, and after I'm done, I let them cool, put them back in the container, and I'll use them next time. You can even use rice if you want to, or you can actually buy something called pie weights, but they're expensive, and a bag of beans is like 95 cents, and I just keep them on hand at all times. So, this is going to go into my oven at 400 for about 10 minutes, and then I'll show you the next step. While my crust is blind baking, I'm going to cook my bacon. I've got a skillet here over high heat. There's nothing in it, no oil or anything. And I'm going to just add my bacon that I've cut up. And now I'm going to just let this cook for about 7 to 8 minutes or until the bacon gets nice and crispy. And then we're going to remove it and continue on with the remaining recipe. My bacon's really nice and crispy, so I'm just removing it with a slotted spoon because I don't want any of the fat. So just get it all out into a small bowl and set it aside to cool slightly. Once your crust has been in the oven for about 10 minutes, blind baking, I'm going to remove my beans. I put them back into the same container to use them for next time. Now this is going to go back into the oven just like that for about 15 minutes or until it's lightly golden brown. And in the meantime, we're going to make the remaining filling for the quiche. While my crust is just finishing up in the oven for a few more minutes, I'm going to whisk together my eggs, heavy cream, salt and pepper. And you can also, like I always said, you can substitute any cheese that you want, or if you want to use turkey bacon, you can use breakfast sausage. You can cook it up and, get it all nice and what's the word I'm looking for? Cut it up all nice and small, or you can just crumble it in your fingers and you can just put that all over the top if you want to, but I'm going to use bacon because it is a bit more traditional. Okay, this is ready. Let me get the pie crust out of the oven and we're going to build the whole thing and then I'll show you the next step. Now that my crust is ready, I'm going to pour in my egg mixture. And then I'm just going to scatter over some Gruyere, which is really sharp and nutty and lovely, and I really, really like it. And then just top that off with your crispy bacon. It's very, very simple. It's very, very easy. And like I said, you can substitute any kind of cheese that you want. You can substitute the bacon for something a bit leaner. But, once in a while, a little bacon is just okay. It's just fine. So this is going to go back into the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes, and then we're going to let it cool for a bit, and then we're going to serve it. My quiche was in the oven for about 20 minutes, and it's just how I want it. It's lovely golden brown color. It's flaky. It's delicious and smells even better. I've let it cool for a little, and now I'm going to show you what the inside looks like. And there you go. Look at that. It's perfect. It's really, really, really easy to put together, and you can use whatever you want, whatever flavors you like. But this happens to be a very classic combination. Now I'm going to try this. It is so good on so many levels. But do take the extra time to blind bake the crust and then bake it by itself for a little bit and then put the whole thing together and bake it, because if you just take the raw crust and put the egg mixture in it and then bake it, you're going to cut with a really soggy, horrible mess. So just take that few extra time and a little bit of extra time to do that in steps, just like I showed you, because it's crucial in this recipe for it to have the right texture, the right consistency, and it just bakes beautifully like that. So that's about it. Go to www.laureninthekitchen.com to get the recipe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.